Hi guys, welcome to Counterpoints. My name is Connor, and today we're going to be breaking down the samurai fight scene from Predator: Killer of Killers. This is one of the biggest expansions in the Predator lore, perhaps in decades, and it has a lot of fun grisly violence, along with some pretty cool new concepts. Two brothers live in feudal Japan. Their father is a local warlord who tests their skill against each other, looking for his worthy successor. One brother, Kenji, refuses to attack the other, Kiyoshi, leading to him being scarred, shamed, and fleeing the castle. Kenji trains, waiting for his father's death and vengeance against his brother. Kenji doesn't know he is not the only predator stalking the castle. Shinobi Jitsu translates from Japanese into English as the art of he who endures. Shinobi, commonly referred to in pop culture as ninja, were an order of warriors in the feudal period of Japan known for their mastery of siege, ambush, infiltration, reconnaissance, and espionage. While there is not much historical evidence that they were prolific assassins, it stands to reason that these skills would be very helpful in that art. Shinobi were known for using night distraction, climbing devices, martial arts, and athleticism to keep themselves hidden and ahead of their enemy. Kenji is armed with a poison blowgun, kunai knives, a kama sickle on a chain known as a kusarigama, a tanto short sword, and an injato longsword, which is different from a katana in that the blade is straight. These are all weapons popular in Shinobi Jitsu. Unfortunately for Kenji, despite a heroic attempt to keep the sentries from sounding the alarm, he is discovered while making entry to the castle. Using smoke bombs as a distraction, Kenji is able to cut through Kiyoshi's bodyguards with ease. A duel ensues with two competing combat styles, the straightforward and honorable armored warfare of the samurai practiced by Kiyoshi, and the flexible, adaptive, and sometimes underhanded style of the shinobi practiced by Kenji. Samurai were a noble warrior class in feudal Japan comparable to medieval knights. Samurai wore a combination of cloth, leather, and chainmail, covered in iron and steel plates, weatherproofed and made ornate using lacquer and wood. Samurai armor was treasured by the warrior class, and armor would often be passed from father to son as the son grew into the role of an honored warrior. Samurai were traditionally armed with katana and tanto, but were also known to practice archery and musketry. Far from being afraid of firearms, the samurai drilled with them and viewed them as valuable additions to the battlefield. Japan was ruled by the samurai for almost 700 years, creating a century-spanning martial tradition known for its emphasis on excellence and loyalty. The Bushido Code enforced virtues like justice, courage, benevolence, self-control, and loyalty beyond death. Many stories of the era emphasized a samurai's loyalty to his lord to be absolute and unflinching. It is therefore unsurprising that Kiyoshi was willing to attack his brother because he was demonstrating his loyalty to his father and lord as unquestionable. Kenji's hesitation was a violation of that code, and he therefore deserved his shame and exile. Kenji seems hell-bent on proving himself the martially superior, using his hand-to-hand skills, kunai, kusarigama, tanto, and eventually ninjato to test his brother. Finally besting Kiyoshi in the duel, he returns the scar to his brother as if to claim decades later that he was always the better of the two. This moment of victory and pride only lasts a moment, as Kiyoshi breaks through the railing and falls into the mist below. As mentioned in previous episodes, the Yautja are an extraterrestrial species with reptilian and mammalian features whose culture is based on hunting. It is believed that they were a feral species hunting in the jungles and deserts of their homeworld when they were enslaved by a more technologically sophisticated race known as the Amengi. The Yautja overthrew their masters and harnessed their technology, but kept much of what could be viewed as their barbaric culture. It is the combination of high technology and a tribal hunting and warrior culture that makes them such deadly foes. The Yautja, who stalks Kenji, has interesting armament. On top of the traditional cloaking technology, he has a retractable wrist whip, a spear that expands into a trident, wrist blades, and a grenade launcher. The Predator uses these weapons to maximal effect, cutting through samurai with ease as he pursues Kenji. It takes all of Kenji's skills to stay one step ahead, leaping, running, jumping, and hiding, only a heartbeat away from being ripped apart. Where a samurai's sense of honor might demand that he stand, fight, and die, it is Kenji's training as a shinobi that tells him to flee an overwhelming enemy. Kiyoshi survived the fall into the moat below and attacks Kenji, but it is clear from the fear on his brother's face that he does not wish to continue the battle. Despite being enemies only moments before, the brothers come together to fight this panic-inducing threat. Kiyoshi saves Kenji from the predator, receiving 2 punctures to the intestines for his efforts. The brothers save each other repeatedly, being inches from death at multiple occasions. The brothers turn the Yautja's rage against him, allowing him to retract one of his own grenades into his wrist whip. For a moment, it appears the brothers will finish their duel with each other, but instead, they charge together to end the Yautja, disemboweling and beheading him. Due to internal bleeding, Kiyoshi falls, but for one moment, they are reunited and at peace. I'm not going to lie, this is my favorite segment from Killer of Killers. I love the action, the choreography, the historical weapons, the Yautja's weapons, the creativity, the athleticism, and the story of fraternal rivalry. It is, without a doubt, one of the coolest sub-stories of the movie, and you should absolutely go watch the original. If you want to support this channel, please remember to like the video, share it with your friends, ring the bell for new videos, and comment for the comment gods. Your viewership alone helps me in the algorithm and is appreciated. If you want to take your support a bit further, please become a YouTube member or support us at patreon.com/counterpoints. Check out the other videos on the channel, support our sponsors, and I'll catch you in the next one.